Hey, Facebook, family, friends, how y'all doing? We are here coming to you live. Look, if I could just put how much I want to sound the alarm right now, I am doing that because this is something that is very, very important that has happened to one of my good friends, and I want you guys to be aware of it because 'tis the season to be scamming, right? And so she called me today on Messenger. I'm on another business call, and she calls me because she doesn't call. So I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Out the blue. So I'm answering a phone call. I'm just like, hey, what's going on? Because she had just commented on some posts, and she was like, hey, did you send me some messages? And I was like, no. I said someone else had inboxed me to let me know that they got some messages from me saying, hey, do you want to get a grant or something? And I was like, that wasn't me. So of course I was like, my account has been hacked. So I go in and immediately go and do the two-factor authentication, go through the steps that Facebook requires you to do if you think you've been hacked, right? And so here's the deal, I didn't see any of these messages, and about three people told me about them total. But this one right here caused me to take action because it goes further than, hey, did you get a message? And so I want y'all to hear my girlfriend's story as is this just recently happened. It's December the 1st. It's the Christmas holidays are coming around. We get these phone calls from different people, and yes, they may not speak English, but guess what? Don't you call Amazon customer service, and guess what? They don't speak English. You can call different places that you actually got service to, but they outsource their customer service to different places. So you cannot just base it off the fact, well, they didn't speak English, so they are scammers. No, you cannot. Now, does that give you like a little pause or red flag? If they called you, definitely. But if you call an Amazon about an order or about a shipment or about something that's going on with your account, and Amazon has a 1-800 number because I know I've done it, but sometimes I can't understand them and they cannot understand me. So I just started getting it on through the messenger, because it just makes it less stressful. So I want to introduce you guys to my beautiful sister, my listen, a God woman, fearing woman at that, and a mom, a single mom at that of some beautiful girls, talented. And the fact that it hurt my heart as she was telling me this, because I'm like, she's so full of life, she's so giving, and she's so caring. I mean, she'll give you the shirt off her back if she had to, if you needed it. Here you go. That's the kind of heart that she has. So when she was telling me what was going on, I was dying, dying. I was like, no. I was like, can you come on live with me and share this information because it's up to us to share the awareness, and the best form of advertising for anything is word of mouth. So I'm gonna need y'all to talk this up. Y'all talk up everything else that's insignificant, but no, I need you to really talk this up. So I want to introduce to you Miss Trudy. Trudy, come on off mute. Let me see if I can get you off mute. Okay, I got you off mute. Trudy,
Hello.
I want you to share with them what you shared with me today in our conversation that got us here to this point. Tell them about what the last few days. This is Janae, and I'm gonna pass it to you, babe.
Thank you. Yes, this has been going on for like 4 days. I got a message from my girl that I thought was Janae, which turned out not to be. And she asked me if I knew about this program called IDA. Um, it's a grant program that helps out the less fortunate. You're going through rough times or trying to open a small business or something like that. So, and she said I got qualified, and I got, well, this is what I thought was I was talking to her, but it wasn't. She said that I got qualified and I got my check right away. So I thought, like, okay. Well, at first I was suspicious, but then I know Janae. So I thought, okay, if she can do it, I can do it too. So she gave me this number to this lady. They said it was a family friend. She had been in family. She had been knowing her for, and I thought it was strange because she said she had been in the family for a long time and she knew her for 8 years. I thought that was strange. But anyways, I just trusted because she said that this lady was very trustworthy. You just have to make sure you're being very honest and open with her. Just be honest. That's all she really wants, is just to be honest. So I persisted on going into further detail with this person because I got the phone number to this person, and then I didn't react on it right away. So it was like the next day, and then I got a message from who I thought was Janae, said that, did you contact her yet? And I said, no, not yet, because I've been like really busy. And then it came out that I was actually talking with someone else. So I was talking back and forth with who I thought was Janae for several days, back and forth. Her walking me through the process, thinking that I was actually getting some help. So, anyways, the woman sent me a questionnaire, and it wasn't really like a form or anything. It was just a bunch of questions. So I answered the questions, gave out the information. I didn't want to do it at first, but then she was like, well, Janae said that I can trust you and this and that. So, yeah, I trust Janae. So, with me trusting Janae, I'm going to trust you. So, I went ahead and filled out the information, gave my personal information, and she said, just wait. And then I got about maybe 40 minutes later, she contacted me and said, through text message, and said that I was qualified, and congratulations, she gave me a winning number, and she said that I was going to be getting a winning code. So I got the winning code, and then I got a serial number, and everything seemed to be legit. And then all of a sudden, she told me that I had to pay the $500 delivery fee for FedEx to deliver the check to my house. And I was like, okay, so let me try to come up with some money. I'm in the process of going through a divorce. My husband and I are living apart, and he has his own apartment, but he does not help out financially at all with none of our kids, and our youngest is 12. So I wound up getting a job, with a 4-year degree at a place called Panera Bread, but I had to do what I had to do. So I, in the process of us, getting our house ready to be sold, put on the market, I sold a few things to make extra money so I could have money for my girls for Christmas. And I took that last little bit of money, and I went and bought this card here that this lady said that they're supposed to have at the front and back. And she said, take a picture. I had to pay $500. Take a picture of the card front and back, and then scratch off the serial number. Send a copy of that to her, a picture of that to her, along with the little receipt that you get when you purchase these tickets. I mean, these gift cards. So that's what I did. And then it seemed like one thing kept happening after another. I had to keep coming up with, $100 here, $150 here. It just kept piling up. And I was thinking to myself, this is becoming a bit much. So I kept texting or messaging who I thought was Janae, and just giving her my grievances, and telling her a little bit more into detail about my situation with going through my divorce with the girls. And I was starting to get at a low point, and she just kind of made this joke that seemed like it really was her, not really like a joke, but girl, you can't lose out on this opportunity. I took it, and I'm doing much better. I invested most of it in my business, which I knew she had a business. This person obviously knew she had a business. This person knew that she was somewhat religious, because they kept talking about how God would want you to miss out on your blessing and things like that. So I just took it for face value. This is Janae. I know her, and yes, she does talk like this. So I took it for face value that I'm trusting her. So now I'm trusting Janae, which makes me trust this person. Although I was still a little apprehensive, I went along with it. It panned out that she sent me a message and said that FedEx was on their way to my house. But because I had to come up with the $300 because it was a different FedEx company that was coming, I guess they do subcontracting. She didn't really say, but that's what I was assuming. So I paid. I had to come up with $300. So I had like 150. So I had to get another 150 for my daughter, which she had just got her check. So not only did I spend my Christmas money, but I also invested all of my 18-year-old's daughter income. So the check that she had gotten, I used all of that and all of mine. So when I got paid today, and I borrowed some from my girlfriend. So I winded up having to pay back my whole check to people. So like the groceries and gas and getting my car fixed, getting the 4 new tires, I am not able to do that or winterize my vehicle or nothing. So what I did is I went ahead and went out and purchased the $300 gift card like she asked me to. This time it turned out to be a card like this, and I sent Janae a message and I said, um, which card did you get? Because I want to make sure that I'm getting the right card. They gave me an option to get that card or to get American Express. Well, I know a lot of people have problems with American Express, so I asked Janae, well, who I thought was Janae, about the card, and she told me she got this card, and she showed me a receipt, and the little receipt you get when you purchase things, these cards. So I thought, okay, she got that card, and she seemed happy about it, so I'm gonna get the same card. Well, after I bought it, when you buy that card, it's not activated. So, and they can't activate it at the store. I was not told that. So you have to go online, create an account, go through all these hoops. Come to find out, this card is like a game card. It's like a card that you purchase if you want to buy games and transfer, switch game from game to game or buy different apps and stuff like that for games. I didn't never know. I don't know stuff about like that. I have like girls and they're not into stuff like that. So I was juked out of that, and they will not take it back. They will not refund it. They will not put a stop hold on it because it has not been activated. So the card legitimately still does have $200 on it, which is worthless to me because I know nothing about paying games, or my girls don't play these type of games or none of that stuff. But it winded up. I paid for the $300. I was able to come up with, it wasn't quite all 300. I was able to come up with like 125. I mean 225. So she said I had to pay $75 more. And she said, if you need to, ask your friends or whatever. So I was like, well, let me text Janae. Well, I texted her and I got no response. So I thought that was strange because she's been responding to me the whole time. Now all of a sudden I get no response. So I was like, okay, I'm a little worried now, but I'm going to stay strong, stay positive, because that's me. That's just in my DNA. So I said, I'll say a prayer about it. If it's for me, then it'll happen. But then I got a text from this woman that is supposed to be running this business or helping this business, and said that she had some unfortunate news that the FedEx people, the two guys, got into a really bad accident. She sent me photos of this and everything. She sent me photos of one of the guys that was in the hospital, laid in the hospital bed, had a tube up his nose and everything. And I just started feeling so bad, like, how can I complain about something so minor when these guys are fighting for their life? And if you seen the pictures and the photos of this accident, you would have think the same thing. So I thought, I'm going to let Janae know what's going on. Maybe we can have a little prayer together, say a prayer for them, also say a prayer for my nerves, because I was like going ballistic, because I knew at that moment I was flat broke. I could not borrow anything else. I could not ask anything else. And I'm a private person. I don't like to ask people for things. And I was just at a point where if I'm this close to God blessing me with this amount of money, I have to keep going. So if that means I have to lower my pride and ask somebody, that's what I'm going to do. So I went through all of that, and then she said she's going to have the UPS guy come. There's another situation that she can help me with. She can call the UPS company and see if they'll go to where the FedEx accident was, and then they can pick up the mail, which consisted of my check being in there, and drop it off. But then she said I had to pay another $200 to them for their delivery fee. And I'm thinking, like, all this money is adding up, but I only asked for the 30,000, which would have been $500 fee. So right now I'm at almost $1,000. giving out money, but seems like I was paying more to get the money than I was actually getting the money. But I was already, if I'm already approved and qualified, why am I having to keep paying money? This should be a situation that if you're working with this company, you need to be finding solutions to help people out that are really unfortunate. And that's definitely me. So why am I, going through the extra added stress and unwanted stress to try to find different situations and different funds and avenues? And she kept asking me to open up these apps and create these online apps and all this kind of stuff. And I actually opened the app that's called Gemini. And she asked me to link my bank there. So that was like the final solution that she could get the check to me without having to pay the rest of the fees. So I opened that app and I linked my bank to this app so she could put the money into the app. Well, then she gave me a message back saying that my account was so low, and I told her I only had $1.37 in the account, and I told her that in the beginning. And she said, well, I'm going to have to boost up your account, because if not, it's going to raise a red flag to the IRS that you usually don't have this substantial amount of money. So I have to boost your account up so they won't be an issue or hold up on your check come Friday. So she said, when Friday comes around, you'll have a code that comes. Put in that code into Gemini, and your $4,000 will hit that account then. But I need you to send that to me so I can boost up your account on my end, so you can get the rest of your money by, I think she said the 10th or something like that. So I'm like, okay, $4,000. Okay, I'm not going to be able to use it, but at least it'll boost up my account for the other amount, which the total amount was 30,000. And then it would just seem like one issue after another one. Well, you have to pay this fee, and then you have to pay that fee, and then it was something else that I had to pay. And it just got to the point I was so skeptical, but I was afraid to come out and really say it to the person, because I knew that I was trusting Janae, and I didn't want her to feel like I was not, I didn't have faith in her, or I was losing faith in her and didn't believe in what she believed in. So I stuck with it, even though my gut was telling me to back out. But it just wound up being one problem after another. And I just thought, this person kept calling me at work all day, texting me at work. I didn't have time to stop. So they actually, it got to a point when I came home, I said, look, ma'am, I cannot open up any more accounts. I cannot start any more anything. I'm financially broke. I can't do it anymore. I said, I'm tapped out. I'm stressed out. I'm not going through this anymore. I'm not opening an account. And then she said, so are you saying that you're not trusting Janae or something? And then I'm like, no, that's not what I said. And then I heard nothing for hours. Then when I called, I sent Janae, I looked her up on Facebook, because her Messenger for some reason was only restricted to me and her. So I couldn't see anything else besides our conversations, and I couldn't comment to give her a hint or a clue or anything. So I decided to go through Facebook, and I said, well, let me look at one of her recent posts within the last few days that doesn't mention anything about this IDA grant program. So when she had something on about her mother's birthday, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel bad, because I didn't know it was her mother's birthday and I didn't comment or say anything. So I said, well, let me tell her happy birthday, but while I'm saying this, and then I think she can be able to read me through Facebook versus Messenger, because I got a feeling that somebody else hacked her Messenger. And whenever I comment, they were sending me stuff back only about this program. So I figured I better message her and comment about the birthday. And then while I'm doing that, I'll send her a message, say, hey, look, have you been contacting me through Messenger for the last 4 days? And then that's when I got a response back from her. And I was like, okay, no, 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 no. You need to call me like now. So, I can let you know what's going on. And, you know, but it was just a long, very long, hard 4 days that stress that I didn't need, that was unwanted. I was already going through enough, still am, and it's just been too much. And I just thought, I don't want anybody else to have to go through this, especially during this time of the year. So that's what I figured I better share with Janae and have her share with all of her viewers, that things like this can happen. It is real and it will happen. No matter what you do, they're going to try to come at you any type of way. So be prepared.
Wow, wow. Listen, y'all, I'm over here again, still floored about the conversation. I got one of my boys, he was like, man, people are scandalous, and they are. People are scandalous. No, listen, being women of God, we have that heart of, you never know who may need what they need, right? But this type of behavior, this is beyond raw. So I was trying to pull up an article, but y'all know this old computer of mine's been acting pretty shady, so I'm on the phone right now. But I wanted to share with you guys a news article that I got from CNN. So I'm going to be able to put it in the comments for you, not CNN, but USA Today. And what I did was I put in imposter on Facebook Messenger, not hacking your account, because I was like, I can see I got the two-person authentication on. I'm not seeing anything in my messenger. People haven't responded back to tell me that they're getting anything else. They're not getting these crazy stories talking about this money. So I'm like, okay, I'm thinking everything is great, but no, it's not. And so I get this phone call. So the message said on there is this, like, it was back from 2020. It was USA Today, and again, like I said, I'm going to copy this and put it in the chat. But it was like, friend, be on the alert for imposters on Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger is a great way to keep up with your friends and your family, but it also can be a method for scammers to defraud you, or, to do bad things. So when it says, they give you an example. They say, here's a likely scenario from a recent real life case. A note arrives over Facebook Messenger that appears to be from a friend, right down to their name and their photo. So you have no reason to question otherwise, at least at first. It says, hey, Mark, how are you? I'm well, thanks. I replied, well, this is the person that's writing the article. He says, I'm well, thanks you. That's what he replied. He said, good, thanks. In fact, really good. Did you hear about the money I received from the International Financial Corporation Bank, IFCG? That's what Trudy just said.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes on to tell you more about this. So let me go ahead and post this real quick so y'all can actually see the website from it. But again, I would have never known the detail of it. Now, this is what has happened to me. I have gotten my cousins texting me different things across, about, the same thing. Hey, have you heard about this grant? And I was like, no, at first, right? Because it was my cousin. And then it was like, well, you should, because, it's for business, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay, cool then. I'm also going to put it in the comments so that y'all can see it as well. And I was like, cool. I was like, okay. But I didn't click on the link because something just didn't sit right with me. Because I got another one from a different person, but this person I had actually talked to. Their aunt was not feeling good, and I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" They said, "Hey, how are you?" I said, "Great. Hey, how are you? How's your aunt?" They're like, "Fine," but your aunt ain't fine. I'm like, "No," and then it goes immediately into what Trudy said about the grant. So it became, every time I had a conversation, it came back to the grant. So I was like, "What in the world?" Now listen, you guys know, people who know me know that I do support grants, right? For small business owners to use money that the government has that's out there to fund. And then you have also angel investors who do capital into startup companies. And so like this one right here can appear to be like one of those investments where you're like, oh, this is a grant. Okay, great. Because some angel investors require you to put in an amount for a startup for your business. So listen, I mean, so kind of hint, hint, clue. And then you got that person that's speaking foreign to you and everything like that. But here's some tips for you. Some tips, some takeaways. Because now that we got the problem, it's time for us to get the solution, right? So the solution right now is awareness. You know, just like we talked about, listen, just like we talked about that Popeye's chicken spicy burger sandwich, and it went like viral for everybody. That's what we're talking about. We need this to go viral for everyone. We need it to be known. So sniffing out Facebook fraudsters. So having that fraudulent exchange. Trudy already had to take care of business. I was like, hey, this is what you do. You got to call that bank. You know, we got to see what we can do about those cards. That you use a card for it. You know, to report it. Get to the store. Let them know what's happening. Is there money still on it? So if you ever get one of those type of messages, and listen, it's a pandemic. There are real businesses out there that in network marketing, which that's I'm a part of. I am a network marketer in the travel industry, the sexes industry there is. I have my own company, have my own LLC. I posted my LLC information on there for you guys because I love to share like, hey, this is we can do it, right? So you would get these cold messages in your inbox. I've actually been guilty of doing it myself. Getting in your inbox, I don't really know you from Adam. Hey, how you doing? Da da da. Would you like to make a few $200 to $300, right? To do what I'm doing. Take a look at it, right? So then I say, hey, let's take it offline. Let's get a telephone number. Let's chop it up. But I'm needing to know that this person is not an insane person that I'm sharing my information with on my end as well. And they're doing the exact same thing on their end. So we had a pandemic. People are hoping, wishing, and praying for something, and it comes through. Trudy said it. She was in the same situation. I didn't even know her situation that was going on, but she was in the same situation. And because she knows who I am and knows my character and knows what it is that I'm doing, she was in a position that she was like, okay, yes, I'm ready to make a difference. I'm ready to make a change. And look what happens. But I always say God has his hand in everything. So just like what happened to Job, 10 times over remove, I already know my sister's going to be blessed, period. So we're not crying for what happened to her. We're bringing awareness to what has happened to her so that each and every one of you can share it as well to make sure it doesn't happen to anyone else, period. I don't care what your financial status. If you're good, it still don't need to happen to you. If you're broke, busted, disgusted, it still don't need to happen to you. It doesn't need to happen to anyone. Hence why we are here. But since we are here, here's some things that you need to do. You got to play some defense. All right, we're talking about defense. Again, I posted the article. It's right here. This is what I'm coming from, the USA Today, and I am going to post it in the comments. But it says here's some precautionary measures that you can do. We got a couple. Never accept an invitation from someone you don't know. Our worst that says Facebook user, right? That's easy peasy lemon squeezy. But if you do out of a blue have a message from a person that you do know, you went to high school with or junior high school with from way back when, right? And they hit you up out of the blue and want to have a conversation. You know that little video? Didn't I video you today, Trudy? Let me unmute you. I
Yes,
straight up
ma'am.
put you on that video camera, right? I was like,
Yes.
hey, I'm finna video you. I'm finna
Yes,
video you.
ma'am.
Put that video on. Look at that person. Let me see. Is that really Shaheen? Is that really Tanika? Let me see who this is. Put that video camera on. Messenger has it. So let's do some defense. They are not gonna expect it. And if it's the real person, they'll be like, okay, cool. Or they'll be like, be prepared for what you're about to see because it ain't cute, right? Whatever the case
Mhm.
may be, they're gonna turn a video on if it's truly your person. And then it talked about block. Trudy said that they blocked. Like I can't see any of the messages that they were talking about. I can't see them. So I don't even know what has happened. Um, but she got blocked eventually from all of that. So it says block the person who sent the message and report it to Facebook right away. But then she would have been reporting me and I didn't even do anything about it. See how crazy this can get, right? But here's the best thing out of all things. God has given a lot of people different skills and different talents. He gave people to those skills to be intelligent, those smart book nerds. He gave them that. Um, And he gave some of us some street sense and some common sense, but use that. Never pay for a free grant. Free and pay does not go in the same sentence. Take the name of the grant that they have given you, Google that grant, go to the www.sba.gov site. Let me go ahead and put that in too so you can see it. Hold on 1 second. You can go to www. This is just to confirm the grant, to see what it's all about. Because sometimes that's where you have to start out. Let me see. So go to sba.gov, and there you got it right there to kind of confirm what type of grant this is, okay? And then watch out for the distress cans. This is where you get a message that appears to be from one of your Facebook friends saying that they need money because of a situation they got themselves into. Guess what? You about to turn on that camera. And oh, cousin, I still got you. I'm about to send you that money. I ain't forgot. I was just dealing with this. Um, but me and my cousin had a conversation. But you know what? We was on that camera. So again, use it. Use the defense techniques. The camera is your first weapon to be like, let me see who you are, who you is. Look it up, Google it. But hey, Trudy, do you have Cash App?
My husband deleted the Cash App that I had, so I tried to start a new one, but every time I put it in, because I have the same email address, it keeps pulling up both of our information. So if you send something to Cash App, he can be able to get it. I don't know if he's actually on Cash App or not, but I mean, I can try to create another one. My daughter was supposed to help me, but she went out with her friend somewhere, so I
All
don't know.
right, all right, I got you. Um, do you have do you have PayPal or Zelle or
I have
what is it? What
PayPal.
kind of Zelle? You got PayPal.
Hmm.
What's your PayPal?
Ooh, now Janae, I'm gonna have to look that up
Like,
and yeah.
okay, and let me know. And listen, she doesn't know that I'm doing this, but listen, it's tis the season to be given, not to be scammy. So I am going to put in the comments, I'm going to put her Cash App. Well, when we get that established and get her PayPal established, I'm going to put it in the comments. And if you feel so led to donate to her based off the situation that has happened to her recap, got scammed, using the relationship leverage of me, which I take very, very seriously. And y'all don't worry, I'm gonna take care of my girl too. But I'm just asking for you guys to do so as well because I believe it takes a village. So, with that being said, using our relationship equity to scam someone, I want to make sure that if y'all get anything that says it from me, y'all about to hit that messenger and be like, "Hey, Janae, I'm finna video you." Because it's more than likely I'm not doing it about a grant. Y'all know I go live. I put links down there for you guys to see the information, and I tell you your due diligence to do your own research about it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I am in a multi-level marketing company, and I am 100% supportive of it. It has been a pandemic that's going on, and it has been scammers that's been going on, and you will get things from cold market individuals talking about this X, Y, and Z, but you got to verify offline because I don't want you to miss your blessing of something that could actually benefit you. But at the same time, I don't want you to be scammed either. Not at all. So with that, you guys, thank you guys so much for coming in. Thank you for listening. If you're hitting the replay, put the comments down there. If you have experienced it, put the comments down there. Share what have you done, about the situation. Um, if you get anything from me, let me know in the comments as well about it. But again, hit the replay. Anybody got any information on how you can fix this, how it can work, how not to be um impersonated again. Share the tips. I shared a few tips with you too as well. That I did. I got the 2-part authentication going on right now, and I'm checking my activity daily now. Yep, I'm checking who's signing into my account. I'm checking the post, everything that I can for Facebook. But I also want you to know that you can back up your Facebook in the event that you need to close your account down and start all over. There is a way for you to back up your contacts, and so that you can know who you need to send a request to. And when you're sending a new request out to someone, make sure you send them a voice. That's the other thing. If you don't do the messenger, do the voice. I do voice a lot. So you can compare me to my Facebook Live. You can hear me. You can hear my voice and hear for yourself. Okay, that's Janae. So if I'm not giving you a video camera, because I'll do it in a heartbeat with Glow. Me and Glow will be in your inbox in a heartbeat. We like to do that. We like to have fun. But if you don't get that from me, then you know that's not me. So I don't want anyone else to be scammed. We're going to help take care of our sister right here. That's been a profound thing, and we're going to win because we're not going to let nothing like this stop us. God said, touch not our anointed. So I really feel sorry for these individuals and what's going to happen to them by him, but we're going to take care of our own, and he's given us the provisions to do so. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. I always say we love you. There's nothing you can do but love us back. We're going to get that Cash App, that or the PayPal information to you. We like hearts, we like likes, we like shares. Definitely share, because sharing is also caring in this aspect. And comment if you know anything that can be done to help in this situation. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all take care. And again, thank you, Trudy, for your being vulnerable and coming up and sharing this with everybody, because I know we have made some headways to bless some people right now. So you guys take care.